We're recording everywhere.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Thinking Outside the Long Box. I'm Gabe.
I'm Doyle.
I'm Tim.
I'm Juan.
Today-
Are you guys doing that backwards?
Yeah, we did it backwards.
Yeah.
I think it's easier though
Because I'm
it's
not
going
there.
from
No.
me to
I didn't
Doyle.
say there was anything wrong in my head. I was like, am I fucked up? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Normally it's the other way around.
You
Hey
are
everybody,
fucked
today
up.
we're going to be talking about our pop culture classic, Snatch, the Guy Ritchie movie. If you haven't seen this,
Sounded like Doyle didn't like it.
punch yourself in the
No,
dick
I
and
like
rewatch
it.
it. Or watch
Yeah,
it.
really.
I just didn't get a chance
This
to
is
rewatch
an
it.
amazing
I've seen
movie.
it several times.
Snatch is a 2000 British crime comedy film written and directed by Guy Ritchie, featuring an ensemble cast. Set in the London criminal underworld, the film contains two intertwined plots, one dealing with the search for a stolen diamond, the other with a small-time boxing promoter who finds himself under the thumb of a ruthless gangster who is ready and willing to have his subordinates carry out severe and sadistic acts of fucking violence.
Feed him to pigs.
Pigs are gnarly, by the way, just in general.
Yeah.
They're so gnarly. Such weird creatures.
Have you
But they
seen this
taste
before?
so delicious. If I have, it's been, I can't remember the time I saw it before.
So, as probably the person that's freshest to this movie, what did you think of it?
I like it. It's got a great fucking cast. And I think that's really what, I wonder if, like at the time, they look at the cast themselves and they go, fuck, this is going to be a really good movie. Or if they're just kind of so fresh in it sometimes where it just kind of turns out to be a really good movie. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because I saw Jason Statham and I pointed out to Alicia today, I was like, look how fucking young he looks. And then I looked it up, I was like, it's 20 years ago. That's why he looks so young. But it's good. I think this could have been bad, and I still would have liked it because who's in it. It's kind of reminded me of The Expendables in the sense that those probably aren't the best movies in the world. But I love who's in those movies,
Yeah.
and it's so funny to me, and they just play off of each other so well that I give them a pass. I don't care. And so I really liked it.
I think part of what you're saying is true. I think part of it isn't. Because when you look at movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels or Revolver, The Gentleman is a bad example because now that Guy Ritchie's famous, he can like literally have whoever he wants in movies, right? But like some of his older,
Still works though.
some of his older movies have like totally not famous people in them, and just because of the way they're written and directed, they're great.
Right.
Like in I think Snatch is like about as perfect of a Guy Ritchie movie as you can make, because like it's got a great plot, it's got great directing, and it also has a great cast to it. Like dudes like Jason Statham, Vinnie Jones, Brad Pitt, all sorts of fucking famous people are in this movie.
Lenny Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
No, Lenny Jones is also in the movie.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
It's like, Jesus, sorry.
lots of Joneses.
And I don't know if he started becoming way more famous because of The Walking Dead. I'd never heard of him before that. And so I was just like, oh, fuck, that's fucking Morgan. Like, it was just cool to see him on the screen.
This movie's great. Like, to this day is one of my favorite movies. I don't think I've ever watched it and not been entertained. You know, like anytime somebody's put it on, I become engaged with the movie. Even if I'm like, I've seen this a million times, I'll dork around on my phone. Like, within 5-10 minutes, I'm just fucking watching the movie because it's so good and it's so funny. Like, Brad Pitt, his entire interaction with Jason Statham's character is amazing, where he basically cons him into not only taking like a shitty camper, but also a dog.
Yeah.
Like,
But then also conning him into buying him 2 more campers.
Exactly. Like, I aspire to be that good at ripping people off. Like I'm saying, like Donald Trump couldn't do that. Like mostly
Trump's
because
a fucking pikey.
So when you guys watched it, did you watch it with the subtitles in those parts?
No.
So there's on the Blu-ray and the DVD, you can opt to have subtitles just in his parts.
That's funny.
Okay? And there's genuinely a part in the subtitles where there's just 3 question marks, and it's really fucking funny.
Don't know what he said.
Don't know what he said right there. I'm pretty sure that's fucking nonsense words. Like,
Just
exactly.
73% critic score, which I think is pretty low.
Pretty good.
93% audience score.
Seems more accurate to
Yeah.
me.
For sure. Such
It's-
a good movie.
For an action movie, 73 seems about where critics would put this.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because, like, let's be real, science fiction, horror, and action movies do not get good critical reviews.
I don't even think this is like a pure action movie, though.
It's not. It's comedy and action and British gangsta, which is like its own fucking version of a gangster movie.
It's my only beef with this movie, and it's probably just my personal beef, is I personally don't love the way that Guy Ritchie, like, what is it called? Like, stages out the pace of his movies.
Oh, yeah, the
Like-
pacing's weird because it's always hyper frenetic. Like, it never slows down.
And,
it
like-
just goes and 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 then it's done.
That's usually not the mood I'm in when I'm wanting to watch a movie.
Right.
So I don't want to, like, roller coaster it all the time. But it's a good movie, though. You can't, like, it's hard to take anything else away from it.
I mean, there's
Every
definitely...
scene is, like, legitimately funny or crazy or ridiculous.
Or
So-
it has amazing action in
Yeah.
it. Dude, the fucking boxing scene where Brad Pitt is fighting the guy in the barn is maybe one of the best filmed things Guy Ritchie's ever done.
Yeah.
With the possible exception, and I have to admit, I did watch another Guy Ritchie movie this week,
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Ah!
Like, so-
How the fuck did I know that?
So some of the visuals in Aladdin are pretty stunning. Like, so Hannah
It's
wanted...
just weird that it is a Guy Ritchie movie. It's
So
like,
Hannah...
who made that call? I was like,
Hannah...
watch Snatch.
he
Just
probably.
do Aladdin.
It has more to do with him doing Sherlock Holmes than it does with him to do
Even then,
Snatch.
it's just a
I
huge
love
departure.
Sherlock
So
Holmes.
those are-
They're so good to me.
So I'm always torn between which Sherlock Holmes is better,
Not
the
me.
Benedict Cumberbatch versus the Robert Downey Jr.
I-
one, because they're two totally different
I agree.
things,
And
and they're both so awesome.
I think if I were to like the Benedict Cumberbatch more, is just because there's so much more of it.
yes,
But I
because there's like 30 fucking hours of it.
But I
that I somehow managed
love-
to watch in like
What else
3
is
days.
Cumberbatch?
I love the
Like,
Robert
so
Downey Jr. ones. I
Oh,
love
they're
them.
so good, and
They're
like
so fun.
exactly.
What about the other show? What is it? Elementary, where it's just like a different English guy that's also a drug
that's like
addict.
a modern,
And I
modern
think
day
it's
one,
in
isn't it?
America too. I think he's
And
like
He
the
is
one
English,
Charlie's
though.
Angel actress is like Watson in that one.
Yeah.
And the Asian.
That
welcome,
one's really good too.
welcome to the land of not interested.
Show's alright.
Because
Well, that's
it
a
was
good
so
show.
good.
I
Nah.
probably only watched like 4 or 5 episodes. I didn't get into it evidently, but
I think
remember
I
hating
watched.
it.
I remember because it was coming out right around the same time as Sherlock, and somebody had told me, they're like, "Oh, if you like Sherlock, you should watch Elementary." And I watched 2 episodes of it. I was like, "Why would I watch this? Like, there's such a superior show happening right now that is like so much better, like written, directed, acted, all of it. It's the same ideas." But this one's good, like, and so I just never got into it.
So aside from Aladdin, because we know that that's not a very typical Guy Ritchie movie, is Sherlock Holmes not either? Like,
Not
is,
really.
in the consistency of everything that Guy Ritchie does, is that just something he hit out of the park, even though it's not really a typical Guy Ritchie movie?
So there are definite.
No,
So
it's
Guy
like
Ritchie has.
Gentleman, Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. What's the other one?
Revolver.
Rock and Rolla.
Yeah.
Like those are his breed of movie.
So like, what I think is
British
interesting
gangsta.
is Guy Ritchie is really good at making like this one kind of movie as like his artistic endeavors.
Right.
But when it comes to making a paycheck, what he makes as his artistic endeavors translates really well to action comedy movies. Because he knows how to stage a great fight scene. And it doesn't have to look like one of his fight scenes to still feel like one of his fight scenes. So
Oh,
like,
all the fight scenes in Sherlock, for sure,
Right.
have his
they're
signature
so
written all
different.
over 'em.
They're so, like...
they're a little more funny.
Right.
They're a little more silly. But what I was actually going to say is the scene in Aladdin where he's running away from the guards in the city, that is Guy Ritchie to the T. Him jumping around, running on walls, flying all over the place. Like, that's a Guy Ritchie action moment translated to a totally different genre of movie. And then the rest of it is just him saying, I know how to frame a shot really good. Like, as a director that's a workman's director that knows how to do his job, I can say, this isn't supposed to be like one of my movies. I'm making someone else's movie. And I can take my techniques and my ideas and put them in here without overwhelming what the movie's actually supposed to be. And it makes him probably a fucking indispensable director. Like, David Fincher doesn't do that. Like, David Fincher's never going to make, like, a tentpole fucking action movie because I don't think he can. I don't think he can divorce his art from his just craft.
So it kind of reminds me of what you've said before about actors, like Will Smith and shit, where it doesn't really matter what he's doing. He's can't divorce himself from being Will Smith.
Yeah. The worst of those, of course, being motherfucking bitch-ass Tom Cruise. Like, fuck that guy. Fuck every movie he's in. Forever.
I fucking love Mission Impossible movies. I don't know why.
It's okay.
I love Last Samurai. I love Top Gun. Days of Thunder.
Come at me, Scientologists. Kiss my ass. Fuck you, Tom
Hey,
Cruise.
this is the conversation we just had last episode. We can divorce him from his retarded views, but still enjoy what he does on screen.
No, but see, I hate what he does on screen, so I just double down and hate on his personal life, too.
The Mummy was fucking rad, dude. It's such a fun movie.
What one?
The Mummy. I'm just naming Tom Cruise.
I actually didn't think it was as bad as people thought it was.
Oh,
I think
close to as bad as people say.
I think what they tried to do and jam all of the rest of the universe into it to try and expand the world was too much.
It's what DC did with fucking Justice League.
It's what fucked it up. I think if you just did a Mummy movie and then at the end you sprinkled in some other shit, like that would have been a lot better.
Apparently, the Invisible Man movie is fucking great.
You don't start with like the most complex monster to get your head around either.
Yeah, you start with Frankenstein.
Like it's Frankenstein or Dracula or shut the fuck up. No, there's no mummy story unless you're just doing mummy shit. Like,
it wasn't just the Mummy; it was also Jekyll and Hyde. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too much.
To be
like that would have been a better reveal for like the very end of the film. Like maybe even an after credit scene or something.
Or just the hint of the hide.
Yeah, like a.
You have to show everything.
Yeah.
I assume that's the noise he makes as he's transitioning.
Tom Cruise is in the corner like, wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hi.
Could you stop transforming? It's loud as fuck, bro. But if you watch this movie, and you don't have a good time watching this movie, I feel like something inside of you is broken because no,
Snatch.
I was like, I can see how you wouldn't like it.
No, going back to like this actual movie because it's funny and it's fun and it like plays with like the action movie and the heist movie and the comedy movie and the boxing movie, and it takes like all these different genres and throws them together and then adds Guy Ritchie's like visual aesthetic to it and creates like genuinely just an enjoyable movie watching experience.
I love it.
Like I said, there's never been a time where I've watched this and not been like, damn, that movie's fucking good.
It derailed me way too hard. The only thing I've been thinking about is Top Gun 2. What if it was also a Transformers movie? And out of nowhere, you're like, it just fucking starts transforming, and Cruise is like, what the fuck? And then Mark Wahlberg's walking up, like, slow-mo, and just uppercuts Megatron for some reason. But he has a gun, but he doesn't use it.
That's called
Mark Wahlberg.
That's called Battletech.
So, going back to Snatch, I love it because the cast who's in it, Brad Pitt, Jason Statham, all these guys have the ability to be funny and to be like, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
Yeah.
Like they can switch it just like that. They're so good at what they do.
Movie kick your ass.
Yeah, well, I think Brad Pitt would be able to whoop my fucking ass.
I don't. I said
certain.
at least. I don't know.
I
Vinnie
really want to
Jones
see
would
it.
beat me
Well, yes.
to death.
I think
for
Jason
sure.
Statham is
He's
like a
clearly
black
Jason
belt.
Blood.
Jason Statham could probably tear my arm off.
Oh, but there are black belts
Ran
that
it
are
up
just
my
shit.
ass.
No, but I
I'm
understand that. But
I'm just
he's a
saying.
black belt and he's like fucking jacked. I wouldn't tempt fate. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not gonna fight him for no reason.
He actually does fight in movies. Like he does have martial arts
No,
ability.
I mean he fights like a stunt person does a stunt, like the other person's not legitimately
right.
trying to beat his ass.
But I do think he is a martial
But
artist,
if
whatever
it
that
were,
means.
I think he'd
That's
beat
the
their
movie.
ass.
I want to see those movies where it's just like whoever wins is the star.
I'm not gonna lie, I would watch the shit out of that.
It's like one of those fucking books where you pick an
Choose your
ending
own
or whatever.
adventure,
Yeah.
Because honestly, he's the one character that even though at that point in his career, when I first saw this movie, I didn't know who he was. I don't think.
Right.
But Statham, like, he doesn't do it for me because he is the same motherfucker in every movie.
Well,
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't. If we want, what was the fucking the movie with?
Unless you're talking about Crank, and that was just like turned
No.
up
I actually don't like that movie. The movie with the comedian we just watched, the spy movie.
That's different.
But I'm saying like there's.
No, but he was actually being the same motherfucker.
guy.
I don't
He
think
was being
so.
a comedic.
He kind of was.
In this movie, from this movie,
The
but
script of that movie was be a comedic version of yourself. Like I guarantee you, that's what it was.
man, it could be.
Like, I feel like Jason Statham doesn't have a whole lot of dynamic range as an actor, but he is enjoyable to watch, cracking wise and beating the fuck out
I'm
of
not
people.
saying I hate all his movies.
So this is his
Some are
second.
great.
This was his second movie.
So this
has
Lock,
to be really
Lock,
early
Stock,
in
and
his
Two
career.
Smoking Barrels was his first movie.
which is also a great fucking
Yeah, I was like,
movie.
in my opinion, if I was rated,
And also Guy
I like
Ritchie.
it slightly more than Snatch.
Yeah, it is also a Guy Ritchie movie, and Vinnie Jones. This was Vinnie Jones's second movie too. I almost said that wrong. So do you know how Guy Ritchie found Vinnie Jones? Has anybody ever heard this story?
Sure, he was like
So Vinnie Jones
carrying an elephant or
Hocked
something.
up on Quaaludes.
No, Vinnie Jones was a soccer player. Like he
Oh
was a
yeah, I
professional
knew
soccer
that.
player.
Yeah.
And some guy on the soccer pitch pissed him off, and so he just grabbed his sack and like pulled down.
Lock, Stock, and Barrel and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels was also Vinnie Jones's first movie.
So it's
Vinnie Jones also doesn't have a lot of range.
So when Guy Ritchie saw Vinnie Jones try to tear a guy's dick off in a soccer game, he's like, I want that guy in my movies. And that's
He's
how
a
Vinnie
scary
Jones
human
became. I would, if I walked into a room and like owed somebody money and Vinnie Jones was standing next to them, I would start crying. Oh fuck, he's gonna shove my head in a fucking car door.
He's so good as
Those
the
moments I
silent
felt like
protagonist in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, he is.
That was his
God
third
damn it.
movie.
That movie's way better than it should be too.
See, and honestly,
it has Nicolas Cage.
He
being-
thought he was just making the same movie all the way through. I was like, just do what you did last time. Don't talk this time.
Oh shit! This movie was made on a budget of $10 million, and it made $83.6 million.
So it did okay.
It did well. It did okay.
I bet it made a ton more in DVD sales,
I'm sure.
VHS, because
Sure.
It's become like a.
And I don't really know what
I
because like
never
now
saw this movie in the theater. I only saw this movie when it came to VHS,
saw it at
and
Lane's
this was
house.
like a big time cult
I
classic.
saw it at Lane's house and at Steve's house.
Yeah.
I don't know what it costs to advertise these movies in the past. I know that like they
It's usually
say
twice as much.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
They say now that you usually double your advertising cost of what you made the movie for, and I don't know if that was the same
That
in the
is
past.
retarded.
It's insane.
It is.
It's fucking
So
crazy.
if you make a movie for $10 million, you probably are putting out
So
20 in
Justice
advertising.
League.
Why doesn't someone just go gangster on the advertising? It's like, really, for you to fucking open your mouth, I gotta pay you twice as much as the 8,000 people that just sat in a computer dungeon for the
So-
last 9 months
but
cranking this shit
At the
out.
end of the day, Justice League lost money, really.
Yeah, I know.
Like after, but I mean, it made a shit ton of money in the theaters.
But they spent so much on
so much
advertising.
advertising, it lost money.
Yeah.
It's just insane. What the fuck? We live in a weird, stupid world.
Correct.
I love it though.
Yeah.
I like the. I'm sticking around for the movies and food.
The food is pretty
The
good.
food is
What
pretty
the fuck's up
good.
with Mulan costing $30 too?
Let's talk
On
about
top
that.
of the subscription you're already paying.
Let's talk about that in the.
We
fourth-
had that conversation
the fourth
already last
episode,
time.
though.
Yeah.
Fucking Mulan.
Let's stay out of the things that we're going to talk about.
Sorry.
He hates it even more because it's Asian.
No, I really wanted to watch Mulan.
All right. Well, I give Snatch 2 thumbs up. That's easy peasy. For
I
me.
give
Yeah.
Snatch
Definitely.
2 diamonds inside a puppy.
2 snatches.
Oh,
I'm not going to say that out
I
loud.
don't like this. I go one snatch all.
I give this movie 2 dags.
2 dags. Like dags?
Like
I like
dags.
dags. Want a dag? Here's a dag.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, dogs. It's like
Yeah, I
one
like
of my
dags.
favorite scenes in the movie when it occurs to him what he's actually saying.
He's like, wait, I figured this one out. This character's so simple.
I like it. It's good. Well, this movie's so weird to me because never am I like, I want to watch Snatch. But if I watch it, I'm always like, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
But that's not a lot of movies like that for me.
I honestly, just the dynamic of what we do here,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I would never just seek out. You guys make me seek out things that I'd never think about. I don't think I saw an advertisement on my TV for Lovecraft Country. It was mostly everything online, and then you're like, oh, we should watch that show. So it's like, all right, cool. You know, I'm in.
It's the
And it's
shit.
cool.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this is I'm so in my routine of what I have to watch.
Golden
I
Girls
don't
and
usually I
Survivor.
fucking love Golden Girls. But I don't venture
Girls
out too
is shit,
much.
bro.
And so that's one thing I really not that I don't love everything else, but I love that about what we do is that it gets me exposed to a lot more things.
It is cool to open yourself up to different experiences.
Sounds like a...
Three of us.
Turn off the camera, Juan. It's OnlyFans time.
Time for that onlyfans.com/TOTLB.
I bet you we could fucking make money off of that.
We probably,
Just saying.
Got
we
that
probably
6-month subscribe.
could. There's definitely a lot of big dads that like the way I look, so
Ugh.
I get DMs from them every
Did you
once in a
hear
while.
him?
Oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah, Tim.
You fucking skinny bitch.
Homophobe, fucking asshole.
Yeah, Tim. I'll break into your house and fuck you, Tim.
Okay, that's just right, buddy.
It's only right until it likes again.
Oh.
Alicia.
Oh,
Wow, I'm editing that part out.
No, that's just for Tim, though. It's not,
I was gonna say Alicia was gonna help you, but then you fucked everything up right there.
Maybe it's only rape until Alicia likes it for Tim.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
She's like, yeah, that seems about right for Tim.
You won't feel it until it's like 7 or 8 inches in, but
The
It's real
dildo,
skinny.
you mean?
Because it starts to pile up. No.
Yeah,
once it hits like the wall, it just starts folding in on itself. Remember, it has joints.
that's accurate.
Take us the fuck out of here.
Hey everybody, Doyle's Dick has joints, and you've been listening to another great episode of Thinking Outside the Long Box. Be sure to check us out.
Second thing in a row we all liked.
TOTLB.com. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh.
Oh,
man.
Bill and
Somebody's
Ted's next,
gonna-
I think.
If somebody
Oh.
shits on Bill and Ted, we might have to get violent.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Oh, thank
What?
I
God.
tried, I couldn't.
I had a hard time finding it by legal means.
No,
as
I
well.
bought it, and like it won't let me fucking watch it. There's something wrong
what?
with it.
That's weird.
Amazon.
Oh, that's crazy. I figured it out.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I did too. I paid the money. They won't let me watch it. Like literally every time I try to watch it, it starts, stops, and then kicks me off my Amazon Prime account.
It's all, fuck you, too many people watching Bill and Ted. Anyway, with that said, you've been listening to Thinking Outside the Long Box. Visit us at TOTLB.com. That's where you can find links to all of our social media. Of course, you can find us on YouTube, tinyurl.com/TOTLBtube. I believe we're fairly close to making a real YouTube
I don't know if he needs a break in. I
thing.
don't know what he's doing.
So be
Oh.
sure to like, subscribe, hit the little bell so that you get messages every time we post a video, etc., etc. And of course, if you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/TOTLB. where you can get all sorts of cool stuff by subscribing to the show, including videos where I talk about other things that we end up not talking about on the show.
The sketches were fucking badass.
The sketches were really
Sin
badass.
Potter did an amazing, and he threw in a free sketch,
which is pretty awesome.
I'm giving away, but only if we get 20 people to participate, and that'll be another thing
That's
later.
fair, yeah.
But we've given away 3 movies now, and it's been a lot of fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous of the person that won the Blob.
You could go in.
No,
I'm okay with you winning. It's random.
I know, but
it's random.
I don't like that.
Well,
I don't
look
want
real random.
yeah.
Plus, how many points?
For that one, it was less. I think it was because it was a VHS. So it was like 10.
For sure.
For the other 2, it's been like 15 people. Oh, nice. So I think the sketch, like I said, if it's not 20, I'm not giving it away. It's not worth it at that point.
But also keep an eye out. We've been doing raffles on the Facebook.
It's very easy.
It is very easy, and we're going to be giving away a copy of Snatch coming up soon. Because from what Juan said to me is that we're going to be doing pop culture classics. Again, go to TOTLB.com/shop. We are going to have shirts coming up. If they're not up already, they'll be up very soon. I'm very excited about, I'm excited about all 4 of them. The first one's going to be just our logo, because duh, right? The second one is going to be one that's a play on words that I really like. That's probably going to be a fist coming out of a box that says, "No gods, no boxes," which is really funny to me. And then I took a picture of myself looking surprised. And in some, Old English-looking letters, I'm going to put the words dwarf giant. And then I am also going to take a picture of a trash bag.
We shit in bags.
And just put the words shit here with an arrow going down to it. So
my brother...
I'm going to buy that shirt.
Fuck you, I'm going to buy that shirt, bro.
For the Patreon, my brother was teasing the idea of putting the logo into a Colorado flag, and I thought that was a cool idea.
Oh, that's a really cool idea,
That
too.
would be cool.
Yeah. That would be cool. I would definitely hang
Maybe
it up.
some more design on that bag, because it's just a bag.
No, I have an idea for it. It's going to look awesome.
They're going to be deep cuts. A lot of these are going to be deep cuts.
And making shirts is really awesome.
And it's easy, I think. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if it doesn't sell, we take it down.
No, if it doesn't sell, it just stays there.
Well, I'm with you.
Because it doesn't fucking matter. Like, it just sits there.
Taking up a little bit of mags, that's it.
And then in 10 years, somebody's all like, that's fucking funny. And just buys it,
I bet somebody buys it just for that, by the way. Doesn't understand anything about what it is. Oh, shit, that's a cool fucking shirt.
Dwarf
I
giant.
feel like that's going to just be above everyone who's heard towards that.
No.
It's alright.
Like, why would I shit in a bag?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You did.
Gabe's gonna be a dwarf giant in our D&D group.
That makes sense to me.
Pretty awesome.
Dwarf giant?
I feel like dwarf giants are just humans, FYI.
That's what I thought. after I
No,
thought
you're
about it.
bigger than a human.
They
So I'm like
cancel
that.
each other out.
Anyway, also, you can give us a call. So I was thinking about it. We do definitely have to do a shirt that memorializes our friend. Okay.
We're going to be seen. It says, "Rest in peace, Michael Kirk."
Does he even know about the hotline?
Yes, he does. So
The best
I
part
don't
is
know.
that when he actually dies, we can all wear the shirt.
oh my god.
I don't know that he knows it's gone on for so long,
But
but he definitely knows that it was created.
We definitely
We should probably
also
let him in on the lore that has started to
well,
develop.
what we
now.
also should do is when that shirt gets made, because that shirt's definitely getting made, we just need to send him.
No, we can't. I can't. You can't just randomly send him one. His wife is gonna open it and be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, so the picture is all seven of
be
the
so
dwarfs
pissed. She
standing
already
around a
hates
grave
it.
with an R.I.P.
Oh, that's
that guy
Right
good.
here.
Michael Kirk,
Right.
rest in peace.
Oh my
You
god.
midget loving son of a bitch.
That is the
I don't know how to draw that, but somebody draw that.
that's happening. I know how to make it
Can
happen.
you put Dopey and Sneak? Are those copywritten names?
So you don't have to draw the exact Disney
It
dwarves.
just has to, the
It just
the
has
vibe.
to. It just has to imply that they're the Disney
all right,
dwarves.
I'm in with that.
Yeah.
All right, little artistic.
The dwarves will be like tardy and
Like-
like coked
I'm
out.
not even gonna. Let's just take us out.
Tardy and cokey and cracky and darky.
Oh my god.
Darky.
Yeah, black magic.
Yeah, go to the get us the
But
fuck out of
anyway.
here.
Jesus.
with the death of Michael Kirk and us memorializing him in a shirt. Of course, you need to call the Michael Kirk Memorial Hotline and pay tribute to him as well. 970-573-6148. Leave us a message about literally anything that we say. We don't care. We want to hear somebody came on, made fun of us for masks on Facebook, and we let him make fun of us because, you know what? Don't give a fuck.
Also,
wear your fucking mask.
If you remember a funny line from the past that maybe we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
In.
If you have an idea for a shirt, hit us up with it. I'll work on making it.
It has to be something related to the show. Don't just be like, oh, my face.
Yeah.
Oh, my face on a shirt that says dicks.
Now we're going to get somebody who does
I know.
that.
It's going to be Michael Kirk. Anyway, with that said, I've been Gabe.
I'm Doyle.
I'm Tim.
So, Tim, when you see Michael Kirk, you need to tell him what's going on.
I don't see him too often. I haven't run into him at Hall of Justice in a while.
I don't think we should tell Michael Kirk what's going on. I feel like Michael Kirk
Is he going to put the kibosh on it?
No, I feel like Michael Kirk should find out. Like, I think Tim should tell, like, Dom, who maybe tells, like, somebody else, who tells somebody else, who tells Michael Kirk.
Dom ain't telling nobody nothing that ain't in the hospital. That motherfucker's in the hospital.
Poor guy.
Every other day.
Poor guy. He just
What is going on?
He had some of his colon removed. So
I
he's
was
got
curious what's going on.
diverticulitis like me.
But he also
it's
just
been
eats
way
constant
worse.
Garbage.
He actually doesn't. If you've seen him, he looks. You probably haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
He looks so fucking thin now.
Really?
Yeah, he eats really clean actually.
I just see him.
I know that there's some days
Now
where
I gotta
it's
message
not.
him that it's something serious. I just thought he just kept like stubbing his toe or some shit.
No.
He just constantly
was
posting.
Like,
he was having some problems.
He
there for a
only
little bit.
ever posts pictures of burritos that are the size of my 9-year-old.
If you go off of what he posts to Facebook,
He
it
eats
does look like
fucking
it.
garbage nonstop. But if
He's actually
eating clean,
really
I believe
thin.
it, man.
He's
Yeah, he
actually
was losing
really
tons of weight
thin.
before we stopped going.
Yeah.
For sure.
So,
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to us. We will talk to you again very soon. If you don't like Snatch, go fuck yourself.
fuck right off. You know.
Seriously.
Yeah, take 2 steps to the right and then fuck right off.
All right.